Hello and welcome to MetalVice in 666. I'm one of your hosts, Brian, joined with your other host,
Karen.
And this is another Karen's Pick.
Yes.
What is Karen's Pick?
Well, it started with, we like to go to record stores, and I like to just pick a random record of somebody I don't know. It was under $10. Now we try to stay around $15 to $20 because 10 is almost impossible. Sometimes we can find $10 ones, but...
Yeah, so let's start the timer and dive into this particular pick, which is Vale, Burden of Sight. Okay, yeah, so as I said, this was Vale, Burden of Sight. Where did you pick this one up at?
We got this at ZZZ Records in Des Moines.
Yeah, this was like my first record store growing up where I'd go and get the majority of my records, and it's still in Des Moines. They've moved locations. They were in the East Village. Now they're out on Ingersoll.
On Ingersoll, yeah.
So really cool that they're still around. Yeah, just kind of happy to see them around. What did you pick this one up for?
Because it was under $20.
Right, but the price was $15.75.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you meant like, why did I pick it up?
No, yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, so it's $14.75.
It's a 2019 pressing when this album I think came out.
Yeah.
It's also a splatter. I really like that it's like a black and gray and kind of this clear splatter. I'm a big fan of colored and splatter vinyl, so.
It's so funny because I feel like a couple of years ago you were like, I don't like the colored vinyl.
Oh, I mean.
And now you changed your mind.
I like when you can, I don't know. We should do a whole episode on this, but I do love the colored vinyl. I don't like the collectability of it.
Oh, I see.
Where I want a particular color, everybody else wants it because they're scalping it, and it goes way up in price. It's like, God damn it, I want that version of it.
I see.
But yeah, and anyway, back to this album. The cover of it's really cool.
Yeah.
Like this face.
Yeah, like a woman's face that's like distorted, cut, and moved around with like her hands like holding it together. Like
different images cut and layered over top of it. Really kind of cool. I like the vibe.
Yeah. I think now that I think about it, I think there's two that were under $20, and like I chose this one over. I don't remember what the other one was though, but I remember having
this one because of
I remember there was like two to choose
the cover.
from. Yeah.
The back is the same thing, right? Like it has that sort of same kind of face, but like still melded together.
Yeah, it's like a face with a skull kind of cut together. Yeah, Yeah,
I mean, so like right away from the cover of this, I could like kind of tell it was going to be a black metal album.
Yeah.
I got the feeling. The cool thing with ZZZ is they have a metal section.
Yeah,
so like
very small metal section.
It is small, but it's better than some places that don't have any metal section.
Yeah, this was kind of interesting to pick up in Des Moines, Iowa. I don't know how they came about having this, but I don't feel like Des Moines, Iowa is like that much. Like when we go to other record stores, it's like the popular like radio records that I feel like we see.
I guess I don't follow what you're saying.
Oh, okay. So I feel like when we go either to Iowa City or Des Moines to record stores, it's like they have like the popular stuff like Metallica, Megadeth.
Okay, the more
like
mainstream.
Mainstream, yeah.
Okay,
Sorry, when I say popular, mainstream.
I gotcha.
Where this just doesn't really fit that in my mind.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't fit mainstream for sure. It's one of those things you would just get. To me, though, it makes sense because ZZZ always has like this really collective, weird vibe to it.
Okay.
I have one album that's like a local band. I can't remember who it is right off the top of my head, but it's, I don't know. They've always had a good sort of odd selection of stuff.
Oh, okay. I guess I didn't know that.
I get what you're saying that like you wouldn't typically find this necessarily in a smaller record store.
Yeah.
This was a smaller one.
Yeah.
6 tracks on it. Like I said, you could tell kind of from the cover that you expected a black metal album. And we listened to it last night, actually, for the first time before recording this. And yeah, definitely the black metal comes through for sure.
Yeah, the first track I was like, oh, this kind of sounds like 90s like death metal in my mind. Like for the first track. And then the second track has a different sound in my opinion.
Yeah.
But then I guess I did look up black metal and I'm like, oh, wait, yeah, I get the black metal a lot.
Yeah, I didn't get really the death metal or like the 90s vibe per se. I definitely picked up on the black metal. I wasn't really enjoying it on the first track, honestly. Even like the whole first side of the album, I was like, this is fine. It's black metal. It's what you expect from black metal. I don't know what you thought, if you enjoyed it or
no, I liked it. I liked it a lot. I mean, it's pretty short. It's like, I think I looked it up. It's 33 minutes long, so it's pretty short.
Yeah, it's a super short album for sure.
But it is, so Vale this Vale, I guess there's two Vales. One's from Pittsburgh, and then this band is from Oakland, California. They started in 2017, did a demo, and then this is their first album that they put out.
That was released in 2019.
Yeah. So I don't know if that's common for bands to have such a short album when it's your first album. And also I don't know black metal albums, like if
that's true.
It's generally shorter.
I don't know about black metal for sure. I mean, that could be one where the albums are just shorter in general. I don't know. Like Linkin Park's first album was only like 38 minutes long. It was super short too.
Yeah.
So I think it just varies on the band and what sort of the album is itself.
Yeah,
how long
that's
the
true.
length will be. But I was kind of shocked when we got done listening to this how short it actually felt.
Yeah, I remember just being like, oh, it's over. So,
like I said, though, the first side A, I wasn't the biggest fan of. Like it was.
Oh,
like,
I thought you meant like the front of the album cover.
The side A of the album.
Yeah.
Like I said, it just felt normal or generic-y. Like this was a standard black metal album.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Black metal's not my go-to metal genre by any means. I'll listen to it from time to time, but it's not something I'll seek out that often.
I think I like it, but true, I don't seek it out.
Yeah.
Very much, but whenever I do hear it, I'm like, oh, that's good.
With that said, when we flipped it over for the B-side, I loved the B-side.
You like that side?
The B-side was so fucking good, and I thought, like, just how it started out, it was fucking phenomenal. It started out great. The drums were great. The guitars were awesome in it. And then how it ended, this sort of like slow fade out of music at the end, was a really good way to end. I was like, when it got to that point, it stopped. I was like listening, hoping like, I kind of like how it ended right there. If that's just the end of the album,
then it's over. Yeah.
But I could see it leading into another, like that was just the end of the song, but it fits so well for the album itself. I felt like just that was the end of the album. It was great.
Yeah, I guess that probably works. I mean, I'm sure the songs kind of tell a story. Black metal, I can't really hear lyrics that well most of the time, but having it end with that song and then have it just fade out was probably done by design.
Yeah, for sure. And like you said, the lyrics, like to me, that kind of took me out of it a little bit at the beginning, but
the vocals. Yeah. You said that. Yeah.
But once I sort of like got into it, which again was the end of side A into side B of the album, I really started getting into it and starting to dig it quite a bit.
Yeah, I want to listen to it again now that we've listened to it once.
For sure, I do too, yeah.
I don't know, I feel like that helps. Maybe we should listen to it a couple times before even doing this. But
maybe we should, yeah. Next time we'll do that.
Yeah. I want to listen to it again.
I mean, this is definitely a band I'll check out live.
Yeah,
It'd be a lot of fun to see them
I was
live.
thinking that too. We're at time, but I was thinking that too. Like all these bands that we're picking up albums for, it'd be really cool to see if they're coming around or if they're touring when we're in a different city or something.
Right, like we prefer to see music live for the first time anyway, instead of like this searching out music through either streaming or in this case vinyl. But yeah, it'd be fun to see this live.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, a good pickup. I was happy with it.
Yeah, it was a good one.
All right, bye.
Bye.